We've all heard about tensions between China and the United States. Trade wars, military posturing, cyber attacks. But what if I told you the next battlefield might be outer space? That's not clickbait. Right now, the world's two biggest superpowers are racing to militarize space, developing weapons, satellites, and systems that could change the face of warfare forever. This isn't science fiction. It's already underway. And in this video, I'll break down what's happening, why it matters, and what a war in space could really mean for life on Earth. The original space race was about pride and exploration. The United States and Soviet Union raced to the moon. But now, it's about power and control. In 2007, China destroyed one of its own weather satellites using a missile, sending shockwaves through the global defense community. It was a signal. China had the ability to disable satellites in orbit, including those belonging to rivals. Then in 2019, the United States created the Space Force, its first new military branch in over 70 years. Its job? To organize, train, and equip forces to protect United States interests in space. Since then, both nations have quietly, but not so quietly, been building their space warfare capabilities. The Cold War never ended. It just moved into orbit. So what kind of weapons are we talking about in this new battlefield? Space weapons are already here, and they're more advanced than most people imagine. Anti-satellite missiles. These can be launched from Earth and hit a satellite traveling at over 17,000 miles per hour. China, US, and Russia all have them. Electronic warfare. Satellites can be jammed, hacked, or blinded using radio frequency attacks or laser systems. Some military satellites are now equipped with sensors and shielding to defend themselves in orbit. Directed energy weapons. These aren't visible beams of destruction, but powerful lasers that can overheat and disable satellites from thousands of miles away. Artificial intelligence. AI is being integrated into new satellite systems. It allows satellites to autonomously avoid threats, reroute communications, and in the near future, even engage in defensive actions without direct human input. So why now? Why are both powers suddenly obsessed with militarizing space? One reason. Control of Earth starts in orbit. Satellites run everything: navigation, military comms, banking systems, drone operations, missile tracking. If one side knocks out the other's satellites, they've just taken away their eyes, ears, and GPS-guided weapons. Another reason? Geopolitical flashpoints. Tensions are boiling in the South China Sea. China's pressure on Taiwan is escalating. The US has promised to defend its allies, but doing that without satellite coverage, practically impossible. Lastly, both nations are pouring more money into space. The US plans to spend over $30 billion on space defense in the coming years. China's numbers are more secretive, but they're launching more satellites than anyone else on Earth right now. A war in space won't look like dogfights between X-Wings and TIE fighters. It'll be silent, fast, and devastating. Imagine this. One side knocks out key satellites. Suddenly, fighter jets lose their GPS. Missiles can't target accurately. Communications go dark. Banks freeze. Internet traffic reroutes. Chaos unfolds, not just in war zones, but around the world. And then comes Kessler syndrome, a real phenomenon where destroyed satellites create a chain reaction of debris, colliding with other satellites, creating even more debris. Within hours, low Earth orbit could become unusable for decades. That's not just a military disaster. It's a blow to civilian life. Phones, TV, weather forecasts, even airline traffic. Now here's the bigger question. If China and the US do go to war, in space or on Earth, could that become a world war? The short answer is yes. Both countries have strong alliances. A conflict could pull in NATO, Russia, India, North Korea, Iran. Even countries that don't want to pick a side might get pulled in because of trade, cyber attacks, or economic fallout. Even if there's no fighting on the ground globally, space warfare affects everyone. Knock out enough satellites, and you cripple global systems. GPS, internet, trading platforms, security networks, all gone. So yes, it might start as a regional or orbital conflict, but the domino effect could be worldwide. The war in space has already started. It's just being fought quietly, with satellites and signals. The only question now is, when does it go loud? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is all posturing, or are we closer to a space war than we realize? Hit like, subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated on this growing arms race above Earth.